Hey everybody, it's Kathy Weiss. Happy Saturday morning. I'm coming to you live from my beautiful, warm, love-filled reading room this morning with a bonus message. So it's like about 10 o'clock Saturday, March 31st, 2018. And I know it's like the most random and awkward time to do a live video. But I have been meaning to get this bonus message to you for a little while now, and this morning it finally came through. I've got some notes that you'll see me peek down to and double check from time to time. And since the message came through, I wanted to deliver it as immediately as I possibly could. And so you can watch it later. If you happen to catch me live and you want to add any questions or comments, please put them down here. And even if you're watching this later and you have questions or comments, I always go back and check because I'm also finding that even sometimes when people are commenting live, it's not always popping up on my screen during the video. So I promise I will absolutely get to you if I don't answer you right now during the live stream. So today's video is an answer to the question, what do you do when an intuitive says to you, I have a message for you, do you want to hear it? Okay, and this just happened to me like about 2 or so weeks ago, so I can totally relate to how you might feel when I say to you, I have a message for you. Do you want to hear it? Um, so let me just explain to you really quick. What happens is that people who are intuitive or a channel, which means receiving divine messages, or people that are mediums, which means that they are hearing messages from loved ones who have passed, is that we're picking up on subtle energy vibration. Just like there are people who are really capable of like hearing nuances in musical notes, tones, and pitch, or people are just naturally more attuned to like visual spatial relationships, or people are really naturally attuned to understanding complex mathematical equations. An intuitive or any type of energy healer is simply more in tune or attuned with being able to feel and interpret subtle energy vibration. So usually what happens is that when we're getting a message, it's the person that who the message is for isn't super surprised because this is already happening in their vibration and in their thought field. It's maybe just not right out on the forefront because as human beings, our thoughts and our emotions can cloud the clear, quiet space that the divine energy or the guidance that's trying to come through is happening. So, an intuitive, when they're in that clear, quiet space, becomes the channel to help you hear what's trying to come through for you. Even for me, there are times when I'm like, I can't hear the guidance that's trying to support me in this situation because my mind and my emotions are out of control, or I'm like sobbing. The most recent time I reached out to someone for help with me, I was like literally crying the whole time. I was like, and this and this and this, and I can't hear what I'm supposed to be doing. Freaking out. So when someone like myself, an intuitive, a healer, someone who's sort of in tune to that energetic vibration says, hey, I have a message for you. Do you want to hear it? You're being urged to answer yes, even if you feel nervous and terrified. So for me, a couple weeks ago, my amazing friend Lindsay, who is an incredible channel and healer, sent me a text that said, hey, I channeled this message for you this morning. Do you want to hear it? My response back was, yes, but now I'm super terrified and nervous. And this is a really natural human response because a vital and healthy part of being human is that we have a survival instinct and we want to keep ourselves alive. So sometimes when we hear, I've got this message for you, our human brain starts to kick in thinking it's going to be something that will totally derail us in some way. Like, oh my God, the message is going to be that I have to like shave my head and go join a monastery for 20 years and leave my entire world behind or something like that. I often jump to like, oh my God, I'm going to have to like, um, yeah, like leave my family and my life and go do some like crazy off the wall thing. But like I was saying, an intuitive is picking up on subtle vibration that's already there. And if that's not already there in you, that isn't what the message is going to be about. So even if you feel that moment of scared or nervousness, what you're being urged to do when an intuitive reaches out to you is say, yes, I want to receive the messages, even if it costs you money because you have to set up an appointment with them. Um, because again, that means that your human thoughts and emotions right now are clouding your own clear vision. And I think of it as like a spiritual UPS man. Like, um, I receive the messages when I'm in a clear space, and then my job is to deliver the message to you if you're willing to receive it. If you're not willing to receive it, I can't deliver it, which is why often you'll be asked, do you want to receive it? Because if you say no, even if I tried to deliver the package, it would be like bouncing off a wall or something like that. And so, because what's trying to come through when another person receives a message for you is really loving guidance when you're unable to hear or process the thing that's happening. And I think that's the coolest thing ever. Like the divine cosmic jellyfish spirit guides and angels love you so much that if you're not able to hear and receive guidance, they're presenting it to you through someone else to help you. And I think that's so super incredible and amazing. So let me tell you the story really fast of what happened to me to let you know how normal and human that response is, and how much I understand it if I were to ever reach out to you and say, hey, I've got this message for you. Do you want to hear it? So Lindsay texted me, yeah, I channeled this message for you. Do you want to hear it? My response was like, yes, but oh my God, now I'm so nervous. Blah, kind of like spazzing out for a second there. And then her response back to me was, don't be nervous, because what came through is that you should continue doing your Facebook Live videos. Were you questioning that? That was like the gist of it. There was a little bit more. And the fact of the matter is, just even earlier that week, I was questioning if I should continue doing Monday messages with the free live intuitive reading and these occasional bonus messages. And I was like, I don't know if I should keep doing this or not. But it was just like a passing thought in my mind, and it wasn't like high in my thought processes. So hearing and receiving that message that I should continue to do the videos was like exactly what I needed to hear, because I was like this close to saying like, okay, this is going to be my last one, and then I'm not doing these anymore. And so having that guidance come through someone who is in a clearer space around that topic for me was exactly what I needed to hear. So again, your answer, and I don't like using the word should, and even when I was channeling this message this morning, I'm even going to show you in my notes really fast, is I started to write the word should, and I said to, the energy coming through, like, I don't like the word should. I don't think it's a place people live their lives in the healthiest and most productive way from. And I paused, and then I got, okay, so you're being urged and encouraged to say, yes, I want to receive these messages because they're loving guidance on something that's probably already rattling around in your brain, or you're just having too many confused thoughts and emotions, which are totally normal and human and fine. So don't beat yourself up for that. To get that loving guidance to come through. And like how, again, I just feel like reiterating how super awesome is that we've got all of these like amazing beings that want and love us so much, and they want to help us find clarity and find the path forward, that when we get muddled through and can't find it for ourselves, they send it through another person to help us. And I promise you, the person that's passing along any messages for you, they're coming from a really clear space. Science is starting to catch up and show that the mind is in a place like meditation, which means there are no active thoughts happening. It's coming through a different place in the brain. So we know it's not their thoughts, like my personal thoughts or their personal thoughts. And then it's non-judgmental. Hi, Lindsay. So I just happened to see this, and I'm talking a little bit about Lindsay a little. So there you go. So all messages are delivered with no judgment whatsoever, because it's not coming from the place in the mind that creates judgment. It's coming from a meditative place, which is clear and empty and different. So just kind of reiterating and wrapping up. If and when someone who is a channel, a medium, an intuitive, an empath says, I have some information or a message for you, would you like to receive it? Your guides are urging you to say yes, even if you get that little bit of fear, because number one, you're not going to be surprised about the topic. Number two, you're probably going to be really glad, because it'll help provide you with some clarity and some assurance about how to move forward around that particular topic. So thanks for tuning in live on a random Saturday morning, or watching this later if you didn't catch it live. And I'm just hearing this message is complete, and that we love you, and I will see you on Monday for Monday's free live intuitive reading for someone. So keep your eyes open and shout out if you want to win that free live intuitive reading. Have a beautiful weekend or day whenever you catch this video. I love you guys. Have a good one. Namaste.